Hello. Yeah, so the last time we spoke, our Django project was running, but there is something important we did not do, which is version control. We have to use GitHub to push our code somewhere and keep track of each version. So I'll quickly create a new repository in my account. And what I will need to do here is create a simple repository. Let's call this one BMS. Let's see if it's available. Yes, book management system is available. So, and what I want is to keep it public for the sake of those that would actually want to clone this repository and try work on things on their end. So if I create this repository, I have this link copied. All I have to do is just copy this link and go to my project and paste it in my terminal. And this should initialize my Git repository. So my Git repository is initialized, and you can see things like Vim templates and things like Vim. Um, Media has nothing in it. Template has nothing in it for now. That is why we are not seeing like those things there. But you will see that the VEMV file has been included in our Git ignore, so it will not be pushed out there. So in order to push this, I will git add period git commit -m and in quotes. I actually prefer a different approach, but I'm keeping things very simple for the sake of simplicity for everyone. So maybe the long tutorial would actually be using all my shortcuts to do things after you've learned about how to create shortcuts and stuff like using bash scripts. And it might be in your bash scripts, your Z shell or bash, right? So what we want to work on is, let's say, basic project setup. Okay, so and we just push this to GitHub. Okay, git push. And if I should go to my space and refresh, I should have the project setup we had previously uploaded there, except the template and the media because they have no files in it. So folders that are empty will not be sent to Git. That is by default. That is a default behavior. Our readme.md will be updated very soon to include all the information necessary. But you notice we have just one branch. So I'll be creating tons of branch, and these branches would actually help in making things very easy for us. One of those things it does is that it allows us to keep track of the last change or the last tutorial we have. So today's tutorial will be focused on system design. So I will actually want to work on system design, creating a branch for system design. So what I will need doing is to um, check out to my um, I'll create a new branch, and the command to create a new branch on my Git repository is git checkout -d, then the name of the branch. So this one should be sys design or model setup. So let's just go with this. It's kind of straightforward. Now I'm inside a branch called model setup, and what I need to do is work on the entire stuff I need to work on inside the model setup. I'm sorry for this. I noticed I have an auto model created without informing you how we got there, and also it's inside the installed app. So let's work with creating it from scratch again. So the first thing I need to do is Python 3 manage.py start app. And what app am I starting? So it's called Author. And I want this to be for the authors on our book management system. So after creating the app, I have to register here. So Author inside my custom apps. And if you remember the past tutorial, I keep things separated for the sake of modularity in just to make sure we're able to gain value in like understand the proper context of where most things are supposed to be. So the custom apps are actually applications that are built with command line, and the third party apps will actually be working with that very soon. But for now, we have this. So let's go with the author models first. I think it will be the direct approach towards this. Okay, so let's create a class. Remember, when you're creating your class, it has to be with an uppercase because we are using following the Python convention of things, making sure our classes start with uppercase and like it's going to be more like title case, right? Our classes are always title case. Our classes definition are title case. So the first thing I need is obviously I would need to get the user that is becoming an author, right? And the next thing I will need is I'll also need a profile picture for the author, profile pics, and sorry, we can use iPhone underscore instead. We also need I'm trying to remember one of those things that would be very important here. So after a profile picture, would actually need a pseudonym. Pseudonym is another name the author prefers to be called. It's kind of different from the username or your first name and other stuff. But if you prefer using your first name, no issues at all. So we also should provide like the social link, like maybe um, Facebook, or let's just say social websites, maybe the website of the author. So let's pick this one after the other. The user, where do we get the user? Since we are going to be using Django is battery packed, it comes with a built-in, a full-fledged user management system. So what we can do is import the user management system from Django, like the user authentication system from Django. So we say from Django.contrib. In most cases, when you're trying to get something from Django contributions, you go straight to Django.contrib. And this time around we are dealing with auth. So because it's an authentication system, and we want to go to the model section of that auth to import something called user. Now, how do we connect this user? In our system design, you would actually learn more about models relationship, but for now, I'm keeping things very simple. We need to make sure this tutorial is as short as possible, but um, comes with a lot of value. So the user itself has a one-to-one relationship with the author. So what does one-to-one relationship do? It's a way to make sure a user has only one user can be an author. So we can have a user like be multiple authors. So just one user per author, sorry, one author per user, sorry. And I can say I'm linking by saying models of one-to-one field, I'm linking it to the user, and I have to set something like on delete. And what I need to do here is I want to say something like, as soon as it's deleted, please delete it. If a user is deleted, delete the author also. So that is what models.cascade does there. Now the profile pics, I tried to save. That was why this error came up. But let's continue. The profile pics should be models dot image field, and it comes with something called an upload to, which is the part we're supposed to upload the image to. Where am I supposed to upload this image to? The best approach is maybe something like author profile pics. Don't worry, this directory will not be created, but it will automatically get generated by Django when a new author has been created. So the next one would be a pseudonym, which is going to be a character field, a char field, and we can set it to be max length to be maybe I think 100 should do fine. I want to also have a slot field, which should be models.slug field, and I want to set the max length to be 100 also, but blank to be true. Okay. One more thing about this pseudonym is I want to make sure a user cannot bear the same pseudonym as like the same pseudonym as an author cannot bear the same pseudonym as the other author. So I'll set unique to be true here. And also the website URL, what I need to do is say models.url fields. So this allows us to get URL. And for now, we don't need anything there. So I can set it to be blank. Setting blank to be true means a user can choose to not include the website URL, right? If I don't have a website URL, there is no need or constraint for me to work with that. So I want to set up my string representation, which you would have learned in the Django model tutorial. I'm still working and making sure that is pushed as early as possible. So self dot and we will actually just go with the pseudonym, right? I'll prefer self.pseudonym since it's unique for a user. So, and one more thing is I can set class meta and other stuff here, but I'm keeping things very simple for the sake of this tutorial. Now, when I try to save, I got an error. Pillow is not installed. Um, Field profile pics cannot use image field because Pillow is not installed. Whenever you want to deal with image and file upload, Django doesn't natively support that. We need a third-party package called Pillow. And to get more information about it, let's go to the documentation and type in Pillow. I happen to know the installation properly, but I want to explain to you how this is done. So you go to pyp.org, that is the official Python and package index, and here what you do is search whatever package you're looking for, and you get the installation setup. This is an example of what we're referring to, and you can see Pillow. It's version 11.0, and it was last updated 15th of October 2024. So, which was quite recently, like recently. So, I'll just copy this clipboard here and go straight to my code and paste it there, and Pillow should already be installed with this. Now there is something called our requirement.txt that has some packages previously. We also have to update our requirement.txt by running pip freeze greater than requirements txt, and this should automatically create a requirement.txt updated one with Pillow for us. So now that we have this, we can directly save and notice that the error will not come up again. So the error is no longer coming up here, and we can still click on our installed app and we still get this installed works. So I'll keep things very simple for now. Okay, so let's go straight to um, the book application and work on the models for the book application. So the first thing we need for the book application is we have to also create a class called category. Category is very important. And what this category is all about is the book category itself, the category the book should fall under. So we want to start by keeping it simple. The category name should be models.charfield, and we set max length to be 100, and we set unique to be true because we want to make sure no two category is of the same name to avoid confusion. And we have to also set a slug field, which is models.slug field, and we set blank to be true. Also, um, we have to make sure we set the max length also to be 100. Now, how do we, if you notice properly, the class model author has a slug field that is set blank to be true. What I need to do is I want a way to save is to change to make sure if a user clicks on, for example, if the user pseudonym is um, Olamide like this, I want it to automatically save the slot field to be Olamide like this. Or if the user prefers mommy's, or let's just use some word context like my boy, like this as a pseudonym, the slot field should be my hyphen boy. So this is what the slot field does basically. So how do we make sure this thing is updated automatically? What we need to do is create a save method. We are overriding the save method in our Django application, and you would actually learn more about that in the Django models basic to advanced playlist that is going to come up very soon. But let's keep it very simple. So return super dot save args and quirks. Yeah. So in between the args and quirks, what we are saying is that we want to call a save method it should take in either argument or keyword argument, and we want to return super.save, which is overriding the save method. So what we need to do is say something like self. Natively, I would prefer saying if self.slug is blank, if self.slug equals this, But I kind of found out a loophole with this, whereby if a pseudonym was changed, the slug will not be updated. So I run a direct update now, so which is cell.slug equals cell slugify, which is something we have to import in our Django authentication model. So in Django, we have some built-in tools that we can use. So one of them is Slugify. From Django.utils.text, import Slugify. Yeah. So this Slugify allows you to turn a certain value to a slug version of that value. And what I need to pass in there is cell.pseudonym, right? So I have this saved, and if I go to my book app application, I have a slot field also. Let's start with the string representation. String representation, sorry, string representation, and I will just cell dot name. Okay, then the save method should also be updated. So cell adds and quads, and I have to return super dot save adds and quads. Okay, so in between my args and quads, I can say self.slug equals slugify self.name. Okay, so and I have to import my slugify also. So from django.utils.text import slugify. Okay, to keep things very simple, this is version 1 of our Django setup, and I will try to push this over because we are expanding beyond the normal time we set for ourselves. So the next version would include the setup for the book application and other stuff. So let's start by uploading this as soon as possible. So the first thing I need to do is git add period and git committing to that particular branch. And what I need to do is after git commit, I have to pass in the message. So basic model setup part one. So it's still on the branch model setup. So the commit history for that branch model setup is there. And all I have to do is push this code to my GitHub. But to push it, I have to push origin model setup. So what I need to do is run this entire command, git push, because it's my first time pushing the new branch to my GitHub repository on GitHub itself. So and if I click on it now, it's working, and we can verify if it's working or not by going to the branch and refreshing. And we should have model setup has recent pushes 8 seconds ago, and we have two branch presently. So that branch is still what we'll be using for the next tutorial. So thanks for having me. Hopefully, we'll be meeting in the next tutorial to complete the model setup for the book application system, the book management system. So thank you for having me once again. I'm sorry the video is not recorded and edited. I'm kind of lazy. I'm trying to push as many good content as possible out there, and it's just the time for me basically. So bye.